And welcome back. As we approach the 2024 back to school season, families are preparing for a big shift in their shopping habits. This year, parents are budgeting nearly $100 more per student than last year, with a focus on both quality and comfort. Here now, sharing more is the Director of Corporate Strategy at Insights Cotton Incorporated, Melissa Bastos, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So when we talk about families really putting more aside to just do this, talk about what we're seeing these days.
Yeah, well, I think we're all aware that a lot of people are concerned about the economy and inflation, and about 7 out of 10 consumers tell us that is possibly going to impact some of their purchases from eating out to buying clothing for themselves. But most people say it's not going to impact them buying new clothes for their kids this back to school season. So you just read off at the start that they're planning to actually spend quite a bit of money this year, $472 per child. And that's up, as you said, about $100 from last year. So they're still going to be looking for those deals and discounts. They want to make sure that whatever money they do spend, that it's going a long ways. We even know that almost 4 out of 10 parents say they may look at some secondhand clothing as well, just to supplement some of those new clothing that they plan to buy this year.
You know, a lot of parents during this time of year are really trying to be as budget friendly as possible, knowing the fact that, kids go through clothes and then sometimes it might just be an economic hardship in the home. What are some budget friendly ideas for a parent that could be doing some back to school shopping out there?
Absolutely. Well, I can tell you the main thing parents are looking for is comfort for their kids. They want to make sure they're finding that comfortable clothing, and they're looking for quality and durability. So any parent putting their money out there, they want to make sure the clothing they're buying is going to last the entire year long. So there's definitely ways to look at that. Look at the labels, make sure that you're buying, the fabrics and the fibers that you want that are going to last in your closets. We've done some research to see what lasts the longest in people's closets, and we know the higher the cotton content, the longer it stays around. So things like, looking at the fiber label to make sure you're getting cotton, but also looking at any performance features like, that makes it a little bit more durable to make it last is going to be important for parents as well.
You know, Melissa, you talk about parents looking for quality, but there seems to be a new kind of trend because when we look at young people and students, they're looking at quality a lot more these days too. When you think about style used to be the in thing. Now it's like quality's taking over.
Well, I can still say style is going to be important to the kids, but yes, they're definitely thinking about the quality of their clothing because just like the parents, once they buy something and they have a style that they like, they want to make sure it lasts. So I think that's where the students are kind of thinking, like, once I get it, I don't want to have to throw it away. I want to make sure it or donate it or, make sure that it's going to last long in my closet. So for the students, and parents both, comfort is the number one attribute they're seeking in their new clothing for this fall. But also, again, for the students, quality is coming up on that list, but trendy is still in the third place. So they're going to look for both good quality and trendy overall. We do know that many of the students, much more so than their parents, are going to be shopping some of the fast fashion retailers because they feel like, that's more their price range, and they can also get some of those trendy items as well.
Yeah. What are some of the trends that we could be paying attention to?
Well, in terms of what the students are looking and the parents are looking to buy for their kids this back to school season, we know in terms of bottoms, comfort again is key. So we do see athleisure for about a third of consumers or kids. They say the athleisure pants like joggers or even sweatpants or leggings are going to be important for them. Also, 28% say that denim jeans are a key item they're going to look for in their closet, but also t-shirts. T-shirts are one that kids just love. I have a 17-year-old, well, twins, but my daughter told me she just wants some new t-shirts, and that's 48% of students say that's the number one item they're looking for in tops are new t-shirts this year.
Yeah, t-shirts and jeans, they seem to be the staples and don't go away from kids. They seem to enjoy that all the much. Sustainable fashion is really what we're talking about these days, and a lot of people are really engaged in that, like sustainable fashion. Where are some good places that parents can go for resources to find out about some back to school tips?
Absolutely. Well, you can go to lifestylemonitor.cottoning.com, and that can give you information around how more data around we're talking about today about how people plan to shop for back to school, but there's also some information around sustainability there too, and how people look for natural fibers and other things to mean more sustainable clothing for them. They also consider cotton to be more sustainable fiber as well. So there's a lot of information around that. But also, again, check your labels. Make sure that you're looking for those fabrics and things that you consider to be qualities, long lasting and durable, so that clothing for your kids are going to last throughout this back to school season.
Yeah. Is there a common mistake that sometimes parents make during this time of year, given the fact that it can be frenzied, it can be challenging, and so much in front of them?
I'm sorry, common mistakes that they make?
Yeah.
Well, I think ones I've made, I can speak personally as to, is that not letting the kids be a part of the decision, because I buy
Huge.
things I like, things that I want my children to wear, and then that I feel like I've just wasted my money. So that's where they're like, you know what, I'm not going to wear it. So that's when they say they want T-shirts. You know what, that's what they want. So I think from a parent standpoint, being able to include your students or your children in the decision is going to help them want to wear the clothes that they have in their closets.
That's a huge one right there. Do not leave your kids out, because if not, they'll leave the clothes out in the closet and they'll never put it on.
Yeah.
So you got to include them in the deal. But from what you're seeing, talk to me a little bit more before we go about athleisure, because we're seeing more and more of that. I think today I'm in it myself, and there's a whole lot more who are using it as a way to have business dress at the same time, casual dress. Athleisure's on the rise.
Yeah, no, we definitely see some positive information around athleisure, because, as I mentioned before, what parents and students both are looking for, number one, in their back to school clothing is comfort. And I think we've just seen comfort become increasingly important to people over the past few years. So that's where athleisure fits in, because shoppers do feel that that gives comfort. So from the parent standpoint, they also see that, these athleisure bottoms, those are going to be key to the items they want to purchase to both their little boys and girls. And so that's pants like sweatpants and joggers and even leggings. And then denim jeans, about 28% say they're looking for those. As from the student side, similarly, they're looking at athleisure pants as being an important one for them as well. And again, those T-shirts, as well as hoodies and sweatshirts, are going to be important for tops too. So athleisure is definitely on the list for the students as they're looking at their back to school clothing, and when they're pairing that back with comfort.
All right, Melissa, we're going to leave
just
it there.
As a note,
Uh-huh. No,
okay.
go ahead. No, tell me what you're
81%
going to say.
say they're looking for cotton. Sorry.
81% say they're looking for cotton, so make sure you include cotton in it. And we've got Melissa Bastos, Director of Corporate Strategy and Insights at Cotton Incorporated. Melissa, it's been great talking to you. And listen, I know we'll see you out at the mall with the kids shopping. As you said, that's a very, very valuable insight. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much. Have a great back to school season.
All righty, Melissa Bastos, who's with us. Now, listen, if you want more information, go ahead, visit the website at lifestylemonitorcottoninc.com. Encourage you, don't go anywhere. We got more open coming up. We'll be right back right after this.